Chapter 1. From Darkness into Light. Divine Light versus Tenets. It is not creeds, but divine light which changes people. People who consider this movement an ordinary religion often ask why it does not have specific tenets. I do not believe they are important. Tenets are doctrines and precepts. They cannot save people. Since ancient times, nearly all religions have had their creeds, some of them well-considered elaborate ones. Have they succeeded in perfecting the world? In a novel I read recently, the author had one of his characters say in effect, "When I was young, I attended Bible class, and one day we discussed miracles. Some believed in them, others did not. The discussion developed into a hot debate. Since I could not believe in miracles myself, upon reaching home I tried to strike from the Bible all references to them. But when I read it without these passages, I found it to be merely a book of morals." This is interesting, and it is true. If religion consisted of doctrines only, it would offer no more than moral standards. These are not enough. In addition to moral principles, religion makes available to us the awareness of the great mystic and miracle-working power at work in the universe, which cannot be explained by mere logic. The efficacy of religion lies in the tangible use of this mystic power. The more miracles a religion evidences, the more valid it may be considered. Let me explain it in this way. Commandments alone are like laws, enacted to prevent crimes. Laws are designed to maintain the established order of society, and to impose penalties when they are violated. Many religions are founded upon commandments. The oldest of the well-known ones are the 10 Commandments given to Moses. During the Dark Age, they were essential. But you must do this or you must not do that implies penalties, spiritual penalties if not physical ones. Threats and penalties are not the best way to keep a person from doing evil. An alcoholic probably will not abstain from drinking, simply because the person is told that alcohol is bad for him or her. A far better way is to dispel the clouds from the spiritual body, raising the person to a level where divine nature will awaken within, and cause the person to have a natural dislike for alcohol, or for wickedness, as the case may be. It is the inclination to do evil or to act dishonestly that has to be eliminated, because the person inclined to corrupt practices has a preference for them. For example, to get money by dishonest means often seems more of a challenge than to earn it honestly. In this case, a person's divine or primary nature is in a weakened state, while the lower or secondary nature is strong, and the soul is on a low plane. When the soul is on a higher plane, a person is unable to do these things. Until people are no longer on this low level of consciousness, it is dangerous to be without legal regulations and penal institutions. In spite of strong enforcement of our regulatory laws, there are many bent on breaking them. This sometimes includes people in high office and social position, people who are looked upon as great personages. Social status or political office does not necessarily indicate spiritual development. Furthermore, merely to abstain from doing evil because of the threat of penalty or criticism is not enough. Only when the individual reaches the plane when he or she has no desire to do wrong, where laws and regulations are not the deterrent, when a person finds delight in doing good, has the person awakened to his or her true state. People cannot immediately reach the higher levels, but they can do so step by step. While tenets are necessary to an extent, the ultimate objective is higher than that. This movement endeavors to raise the individual to a more enlightened state of consciousness. The invisible light of God, channeled through Johrei, reaches the inner soul and transforms it, even when received with a skeptical attitude. It awakens the divine nature in people by bringing it into direct contact with the light of the Spirit. This is why the Johrei spiritual path is not an ordinary religion. From the material point of view, this may be difficult to understand, but when the effect of Johrei is experienced, the divine light of God is recognized. Even those who place great importance upon intellect cannot but awaken to the power of spirit over matter.